And today I wanted to talk about one of the ways to brand the stuff coming from you from Moxi. So what I mean by that is one thing we've talked a lot about since the transition from Moxi is all of the cool campaigns and new content we have access to. So just real quickly, if you open up the campaigns tab here, this is not what our training is about. I just want to try to show this real quick. Whoops, yeah, see now it's going all over the place. Of course it is. If I click on the campaigns here, we have just dozens of campaigns available now. If I were to go add from library, tons and tons of campaigns here from Moxi for buyer leads, or sorry, from our brands for buyer leads, seller leads, homeowners, for closed clients, sorry, for current clients, homeowner tips, all these things here that you can take and send to your clients, with a few clicks. But what's important to remember about this is that whether you're doing a campaign or whether you're in Moxi and you just click the little envelope up in the corner up here to send an email, or you're doing a neighborhood news or a saved search, or really anything, any sort of communication you have with your clients, you have a little email signature that goes along with that, because of course. So when we're looking here at Moxi Engage, you can see mine right here. It's just like sort of the kind of common normal my info right there. When I look at an email that I'm sending here within Engage, if I were to click on this email to Zoe right here and send her one, I can see my signature down here is going to look pretty normal, right? I got my name, brokerage. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Well, I didn't zoom in as much as I was hoping. No, not going to work. All right. Down here's my name, my contact stuff. It's got all the right information. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's pretty standard. And so what I wanted to show you guys today is just the way for you to update your signature within Moxi, so that when you do send stuff to clients, when you do reach out to clients in any of the email ways in Moxi, it's a little bit more custom, or at the very least shows the information you want it to show. So thankfully, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go into CB Desk, right? Or however you log in, if you're with Sotheby's or with C21. I'm going to go to CB Desk though. I'm going to click on Moxi Works, and it should launch me right onto the roster page this is kind of like the main account page. Now, thankfully, this is exactly where we want to go. This is the page that we're looking for. And all we have to do is on the left-hand side over here, you'll notice it says My Brand. See if I can, yeah, My Brand. If anyone remembers that contacts commercial from years ago where it was My Brand, just keep that in mind and it'll totally get you where you need to go. So we're going to click on My Brand right over there on the left. And there's not too many options here. There's your signature and your logo. Now the logo is going to default to your brokerage logo, which is exactly what you really want it to be. It's also not something I would mess with because it also messes with some of the website stuff and whatever. What we want to make sure we're working on though is this right here is our signature type. So when I clicked on My Brand, it brought me right here to signature. Wait for it to load again. Right here to signature. So you're seeing already what my signature is going to look like on desktop and what it's going to look like on mobile. It's fine, but it says LIC, it's short for license, but my license number isn't there. So that's not really helpful. So I might want to edit that, or I might go, hey, I've got the office number right here. I would really rather it be my cell number so that if someone calls, they're calling me directly. So thankfully, all you have to do to update that is right here where it says, let me see if I can zoom in a bit more, signature type basic. You're going to click on that and you have a couple of options. I actually haven't messed with the templates one, but if you click on templates, it's pretty straightforward actually, but already a little bit nicer, right? You've got desktop. I mean, you see all the different versions here of, you can do center aligned, you can do right aligned or left aligned, and it's basically headshot, contact info, and a logo. Let me see if that was Zoe or if that was somebody else. Yes. So you can see here when I sent this to Zoe a couple minutes ago as a test. This is how my signature comes through right here, right? JD Waldvogel, Column Realty, boom, boom, boom. Looks fine, not the info that I want it to be. So just so that you guys can see that in action. And all I did to send her that email was I clicked on this little envelope up here in the upper right corner and sent it that way. So just by sending a quick email like that, that signature is attached. So we want to make sure it looks the way we want it to. So anyway, so you have the templates, but you can also, instead of going to basic or templates, you can go to custom. Now, what custom is going to do is it's going to allow you to build a custom, build or upload a custom signature. Now you can see here, it defaults to my headshot, But the second that I choose custom, none of my information feeds over anymore. So I do want to make sure that I change all of this. So I would do JD Waldvogel, I'll do digital marketing and technologies manager. Company, I'll put, basically step one is going to be to add all of the info the way you want it to be. And then I'll just do, I don't know, at cbgreatlakes.com. So I've at least updated my info there, but I also know that a lot of us love to add extra stuff to our signatures, whether it's our social media, whether it is a kind of like a request for a referral or a request for not a referral, a testimonial. Sorry, Monday morning, still blanking on words. So what this allows you to do is add certain stuff like that. So let's just say I had I don't have one handy, but I bet you if I go here, I can pull one real quick for us for the sake of this training. So let's say I have this, let me find it. This page right here. It's a home evaluation page that I want to add to my signature because, you never know. I kind of feel like maybe if I have this in my signature at all times, someone's going to click on it. It might be a really passive way to get a lead, something like that. So I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to write the text down here. I'm going to say in my signature, click here for a complimentary home evaluation. So I've got the text there, and now I want to link that to my sheet here, or my page here. So I'm just going to go right up here, right click, copy. I'm going to go back to my signature, and I'm going to highlight that entire link right there, all of that text. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to click up here on the bar where there's a little chain, and I'm going to paste my URL in there. And so I'm going to click, yep, that's great. Click save. So now I have that link in my signature. So if I were to just save this real quick, this is now what my signature looks like. If someone sees this link here, they can click on it. And even right there in that little widget, obviously it'll look different when they're actually using it. But I now have a link right there to take you to a home evaluation. So that's one super quick way to edit that. But also some of you have signatures created by the marketing group, especially if you have like a banner signature. So I'm going to pull one of those up as an example as well. Let me see if I can. Great. So I'm going to shout out to Lynn Kripe, our RVP in the Grand Rapids area. I'm going to use her signature. So she's got a beautiful signature here created by the marketing group that I go, well, hey, I want to have this as my signature on Moxi too. I want it to be the same everywhere I go. So here's what you can do then. I can just take all of this. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to delete it. Whoops. I'm going to take this whole box here and Command All and just delete it. So now I have a blank, so I have no signature, which is not what you want, no signature, but I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click on the little photo right here, and I'm going to upload a photo. So I'm just going to drag and drop my signature right in here, and it's going to upload my email signature. Perfect. Click save, and there it is already there on desktop and mobile. Now, I look here, hey, it's a little bit big on desktop, so I'm just going to simply drag it to be a little bit smaller, so that it fits on the desktop a little bit more. That's a lot better. That fits well. You are never going to have a signature that fits perfectly on mobile and desktop without it being a completely different shape. It's not the end of the world because even though it shows up like this to start on mobile, as people scroll, just like with any email on their phone, they'll be able to see the entire signature. So my focus is making sure it fits well on desktop. But then I can click save. And now if I send an email through Moxi or through Gmail or through my phone, wherever, it's going to have the same signature. And all I had to do to add this photo was go up here to the photo button, click upload, and drag the image in, and then just resize it a little bit. So it's a pretty simple thing, obviously, because all I'm doing is going between changing it from the basic why it is very much what I'm on the basic signature to a custom one, whether it's the text I'm editing or if it's actually the image that I want to add there again. A signature with call buttons. Yes, Brenda, I believe you can add an HTML signature. So that's where things are a little bit messy because when you have a well, actually, yeah. So when you have a signature that's HTML, meaning that it has like buttons and stuff like that, you have a couple of options. One, I'm trying to reset it real quick so I can, yeah. So one, I could literally just put my phone number in here And when people are on this on their device, sometimes it should, depending on the device, it should automatically bring up the call button. If it doesn't, which again, it's going to depend on the devices. If you have a what do you call it? An HTML signature from the marketing group, what that looks like is a lot of text. So it's a whole thing. You can go in here and use this little double caret icon and paste all of that text in there. I don't have one ready, an example, because it is a major text file, but you would be able to just copy it all, paste it in here, and then it should show up exactly the way that it does on your signature. So I'm wondering if I can even use mine. Let me see if I can actually just copy Zoe's in here. If I go like this. Yeah, see, I did this actually. So there we go. I did just take it right from Gmail and paste it in here. So that did work okay. So maybe you could just do that as a shortcut. Instead of having to have the whole thing brought over here in the text, you could just copy and paste it. And there you go. And the call button is going to work perfectly. Let me see what else. Yep. So, and basically, guys, that was, like I said, that is what I wanted to show you. I did want to just basically show you how to add your signature so that you are ready to send emails out with the branding that you want it to look like. So if you guys have any questions, please write them in the chat. I'm going to go over the process one more time pretty quick here, and then let me know, again, what questions you may have. But all I did to get to this screen, outside of all the other ones, was I signed in, I went to Moxi Works. And basically, for those of you who joined a little late, I just want to make sure that my signature looks exactly the way that I want it to on any email that I send out from Moxi. So all I'm going to do is on the left-hand side over here from my account, I'm going to click on my brand with a little squiggly line. Click on my brand. I'm going to zoom back out. Whoopsies, zoom back out again. And it's going to default to the basic signature. And what you can do is one of two things. You can go to the templates, which is the same info, just looks a little different. Or you can go to custom and you can edit all of the information that you have here. You can send you can take the one that's been sent to you, the signature from the marketing group, and upload that in here. If it's an image, you can literally just go up here to the little image button and pull it over. Or if it's one with call buttons and stuff like that, you can copy and paste it from Gmail and pop it right in here. And that way, if you're sending an email from Moxi Engage, if you're sending it from Gmail, from your phone, wherever, it's going to have the same signature across the board. Hyperlink is made from yes. So the hyperlink is made from the little chain right here. So if you want to hyperlink something, and what hyperlink means, if that's a foreign language, is basically right here. If I were to put JD, put my website, let's just say, right now, that just looks like text. So even though that's a website, if you were to click on it in the signature, it's not going to take you anywhere. Whereas if you highlight all of this, because that is the link that I want to send it to, so I'm going to highlight it and copy it. The easiest way to do it is if I go up to the little chain right up here, the second to last icon, click the chain, and I'm going to say the text I want to display is that, and then the URL is also that. This one happens to be exactly the same. So I'm going to click save. And now, after I save it, you can see that it is actually highlighted. And if you were to click on it, it would open up my website in a new page for you.